Do you think most girls think that they're hotter than they are?
Oh wow.
For the men.
Answer this carefully.
Look, I think people in general have great difficulty being objective about how they look. I think
Okay.
women
so you think it's
also-
the men too? Do you think?
I think men less so. To be honest with you,
Okay.
if I'm being real, I'm trying to be as diplomatic as possible. Yeah, but look, truthfully, I think men don't really have the same kind of problems with objectivity.
Excuse me?
Like for example, myself. If I were to, like rate myself or whatever, I'd probably give myself somewhere around like a 4 or a 5, maybe even less, depending on who's observing.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why I say that, and the reason why I say that's an objective rating, we could take into consideration height, skin color, ethnicity. Some people might like facial hair, some people don't. I'm growing bald, it's happening. My dad's bald, like that might take a couple of points off for some people, or it might increase. Who knows? But I've got to accept that as a man. Yeah, I've got to accept my station, the fact that maybe I was less blessed genetically than others or more blessed genetically than others or whatever. And I've got to just do what I can to improve. I feel as though women, regardless of whether they're big, small, tall, dark, white, whatever, there's a sense of like, I deserve some kind of like a high value man or a high value partner or whatever, like hence why you were talking about the 80-20 rule, why the vast majority of women go for the same couple of dudes.
Yeah.
So there is a sense of entitlement there.
Yeah.
If you're all going for the same guys, not all of you are going to get the same guys, obviously. So some of you guys need to kind of take stock and be like, well, maybe I'm not cut out for that kind of guy or whatever. Let me find someone in my station, in my wheelhouse, in my category.
So what about you? What do you think?
The only thing I'd add is, why do girls think all their friends are hot? Every girl I met thinks
They are.
they're the hottest girl they know.
All of my friends are hot. I attract people.
Talking to the mic.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. I just think that's
to the
evidence
mic.
that girls don't
Thank you.
judge themselves accordingly to how they look.
Could you ask the question again?
So the question is, do you think most girls think they're hotter than they are?
Yes.
Why?
I think it comes from a group mentality where, like, within their group, they may tell themselves things that are not true, but to comfort their feelings. So then they get the sense of entitlement that they deserve this and they deserve that. But it's females in general. It's not something that I'd say, oh, like, this is a bad. I think it is a bad thing to be honest, actually. Yeah.
Now let's hear from the girls. Do you think most girls are objective, or do you think they think they're hotter than they are? Or do they underrate themselves? Go around.
Personally, I think it depends on the person because growing up, I'm obviously not skinny. Hi, everyone. I'm not skinny. So growing up, I was never the beauty standard for anyone. So like all my friends were getting chatted up by people, blah, 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 blah. And I was just the other one, you know? So like I never really thought of myself as an attractive person. Like I would never call myself anything more than a 4. But now, like I don't really care about what anyone thinks about me. Like I've grown into myself and I'm comfortable with who I am now, that like even if you guys call me delusional or whatever, I think I'm maybe not a 10, let's not go that far, but like definitely an 8. So like whether you guys think I am or not,
That's got nothing to do with her.
but like
So what is it that took you from a 4 to an 8? If nothing's changed, what
just
is it that takes you
loving
from a 4
myself
to an 8?
and looking in the mirror and not being disgusted at what I see.
I understand that, yeah.
So
But that doesn't, you're not necessarily being objective about how other people view you, right? Because isn't that what a rating really is? Like what you think the vast majority of people.
Like if I rated myself 1 to 10, I give myself a 5. I think I'm normal looking. And I just think it's based on my results. I think if I was an 8, 9, or 10, I would have had modeling contracts because people in the top 20% of beauty, they get modeling contracts.
but what is beauty?
So what is beauty? I mean, there's a lot of things. Like if you can go online and have people rate your pictures and they rank you 1 to 10.
That's wild.
And so you can get a lot of data that says how attractive you are in society. And men will rate you, women will rate you, like every day. How we look is like how we represent ourselves. It's not fun, but it's just like being honest. So, and it's also like you can get dating apps to like, you know, everyone's Tinder, Bumble, like they have a ranking for you behind the scenes. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I trust.
So, I don't understand when girls say like, I'm an 8 because, or sometimes I hear girls say 10 because I hear this a lot where they say like, because I love myself and I'm like confident now. But don't you think attractiveness is based on results?
They may be, but I don't care about those results, to be honest.
But do you think then you're not being objective about how attractive you are or how attractive anyone else might be?
I guess not, but that stuff's not really important to me.
Sure,
yeah.
But I think when someone when someone rates somebody, why does that have anything to do with them? Like if you rate me, if someone rated like somebody a 3, and it's just like, oh, okay, that's your opinion. Like it's not like a rating is not a fact; it's an opinion.
Well,
do you know what I mean?
Everyone's opinion then would add up to a fact. Huh?
Yeah, add up to a consensus. Maybe not a fact, but consensus.
Yeah, consensus. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think, like, I have a group of friends, right? And when I walk into the room with the group of friends, I know immediately who's going to get the most attention from the guys. It's not me, right? I have, like, a friend who's, like, very, very attractive. And I know when I walk into a room with her, like, the guys talk to her first. Because, like, girls, you can kind of just feel it. But I almost wonder when I hear, like, and I hear this from girls a lot, like, I'm a 10, I'm a 10, I'm a 10. If that's not, like, rooted in reality. Because attractiveness, like there's numbers behind it, whether it's just your results in the world or your dating app data or the type of guys you can get.